Well, we are back. I don't know if the titling worked right. It seems like it wasn't. But as is tradition, the tradition I started last night, I'll be playing Overwatch for a little bit and talking about a show that no one who watches Twitch probably wants to hear about. I'll be talking about it at length. And as always, I will not be researching or looking up anything I say. So we have that to look forward to. I'm going to check real quick and make sure the title is right, because it's ridiculous to be playing Overwatch and for it to be saying something like Bloodborne. Oh no, it says the right thing. Oh, and now you can probably hear the lag. So, yeah, we're just going to be doing this. Sorry, had to type something out. Point being, there is no point to any of this. This is a really bad idea for a streaming channel, but we're gonna go with it. So let's jump right in here. Now, my goal is to obviously get to the competitive play. I don't want to play versus. What is this? Oh boy, that looks awful. I might try that later though. So, as the title says, tonight, America. I know we have important things going on in Philadelphia. A lot of you are probably just watching the DNC. A lot of you are probably just playing this game or Pokemon Go. And I expect to have little to no viewers. So, but America, I want to talk to you tonight about a little show called Cougar Town. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? What are you talking about? That is a show for middle-aged women. That is a show made for and literally titled for middle-aged women. But let me drop a little knowledge on you before you get too uppity. You can hear it. You can hear the uppityness. No, that's not a word. This is not just a show created for older middle-aged women, okay? This is a show created by Bill Lawrence, who created Scrubs, widely considered one of the most accurate shows about doctors in terms of, the medical information and, really what people responded to about Scrubs, or what doctors or people in the medical profession, I should say, said was that, like, the journey of becoming a doctor was portrayed very accurately, and then a lot of those little moments, even if they weren't actually necessarily accurate, they certainly portrayed the feeling properly, or how, they kind of, like, dealt with the situation, where they would get to sometimes. Oh boy, that guy, yeah, I got kind of trapped. That was kind of like what happens to me in Bloodborne a lot. Got trapped in the corner. So, Bill Lawrence created Cougar Town. Actually, a lot of people don't know that off the bat. And it's surprising, right? Because Scrubs is a pretty well-known show. I think most people my age, those people I know, watched it, liked it, loved it, were aware of it at least. And Cougar Town was not the most well-known show. Most people only heard Sonic Rocket Spring. Oh my god. Most people do not know about Cougar Town. And I don't know really why that is. Now, it started on ABC, and as far as I understand, best of my knowledge, they kind of pitched the show, like they had a rough idea, and the working title was Cougar Town, and ABC, like, bought it as Cougar Town, and then, like, wouldn't let them change name once production restarted. So there's actually kind of a running joke in the title card sequence where the writers, or Bill Lawrence himself, presumably, mostly the writers. This is such a small detail, but they make jokes about the name. They even suggest names that would be better than Cougar Town, stuff like that. They're very aware of it. They've actually apparently tried to change it a few times, but I don't think I've ever really heard of a show changing its name after a full season on the air or midway through a season. I think it's pretty unheard of. So, might have been a little too much to ask, but, so but they pitched the idea. They bought it as Cougar Town, and it stars Courtney Cox, and, another actress whose name I can't think of, but she was in Scrubs. She played Jordan. I can't think of her name. Krista Miller, I think that's actually her name, and she's actually married to Bill Lawrence. People don't realize that. So, a few other actors, not necessarily well known. Busy Phillips, I guess, is somewhat well known. She's in it. But what is interesting about this show is that they knew that the kind of premise that man, I'm not doing well at all. I think I need to switch characters actually. The premise kind of that the title would imply, Cougar Town, it's gonna just be sexy golden girls or something. Sexy golden girls. I hope that's how they pitched it initially too, honestly. But that's not really what it ended up becoming. A really weird, almost like a cartoon. It's like a bunch of characters who are all clearly alcoholics and drink increasingly comical amounts of wine. And seemingly, even though they do have fairly good jobs, never go to them. Now, I became aware of this show, and I think it actually gained a fairly wide demographic, which is something I mentioned yesterday, which is kind of why I thought I'd talk about this. I put no thought into it. As I was titling this, I decided I was going to talk about Cougar Town. No one is listening. No, it doesn't matter. So why not? I think that it gained pretty wide audience of the 25, 18 to 35 rather, demo of people who TV stations are always trying to get watching their shows. So it gained a younger audience. Part of that was due to Community, a show a lot of you probably would know, very well renowned, struggles with staying on the air. They got bought for a 6th season by Yahoo, and then Yahoo lost billions of dollars, and they're doing terribly. But kind of is what it is. So, point being, I haven't really experimented with any of these other characters very much. Might be a good time to do that. Alright. Too many snipers. Oh, yeah, okay. Not good enough to justify being a sniper in that sense. Some of these, I know, are a little bit more brute force. For Diva, there's a lot of people have been playing Diva. Alright. I don't really know anything about this character. Well, I know what happens when I come up against it. Boosters fly in the direction you are facing, yes. Block projectiles in the area in front of you. Oh, that's what they're always doing.
Think you can keep up with me?
Okay. I think I see what this happens. So, yeah, Community, what was I talking about in terms of that? Oh, yeah, okay, so it actually had a running joke where it's one of its main characters talked about Cougar Town quite a bit. And they even went so far as to invite that actor to do a cameo, and rather than have him kind of, do a cheesy network cameo, and he's kind of like a, maybe a love interest or like a random best friend who you never hear from again. He's literally in the background, which is what was, well, okay, so I feel like describing the whole episode of Community isn't valuable, but, you know, then again, what do I know? I should have seen that one coming. Okay. Man, I really have trouble. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to describe that whole plot line, but it made sense that he was in the background because his character. So he was actually not even a cameo as the actor, but cameo as the character. That's why it was kind of fun. But point being, so I decided based on the merits of another show's recommendation, checking out Cougar Town would be a good time, and oh man, it's it's a great time if you enjoyed Scrubs, this is a good show. There is a kind of weird aspect to it that so me and my roommate used to really watch a lot of this, and we kind of disagreed on how weird this aspect was. Or maybe it was one of my other friends. I'm sure this matters to you, my 0 viewers. But I'm having a little trouble remembering. Point being, they have so Courtney Cox's character is the kind of main. Cougar Town, by the way, not being a clever name because Courtney Cox is a cougar. I mean, that's obviously the intended effect, but no. Cougar Town is actually like a city that they live in Florida. So it's literally a town called Cougar Town. It's very silly. And so she has a son who, when the show starts, he's like a junior or senior in high school. And by the end of the show's run, they had him dating one of her friends. Now, of course, this friend of hers had known this kid since he was 14 or 15. So now he's 23 or 24. She's supposed to be 35 or so. They're dating. I'm not really necessarily thinking that the age discrepancy is weird. I think it's weird that you would date someone who you helped raise. That feels odd to me. I don't know. People don't seem to agree with me so much. I guess that doesn't really do damage the way I thought it was. I'm not doing well with this character at all. I think it's time to kill Reinhardt. So anyway, that was kind of a weird aspect. Busy Phillips is a pretty wonderful, she was in Freaks and Geeks. Pretty well-known show. And Judd Apatow was his first project. Lots of man, they did terribly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that it's a show. I don't know. I don't know if it's still on. Actually, I think it was on. It got ABC canceled it, and then TBS picked it up. TBS seems to do that a lot. They picked up American Dad, and I was actually surprised that Fox didn't want to keep all the McFarlane properties together. But I digress. So anyway, it ran on, or runs on, not sure, TBS. I'm going to try and get my rhythm back for this match and then this. Not as many cultural ramifications of Cougar Town.